Once again, good morning to everybody, to all our friends, our leaders, our life planners, our guests, especially this morning. Good day to you. In about less than 2 minutes, we'll begin this morning's webinar. So get your friends coming in, joining us here. And today we have two special guests with us on the panel. We have Peter and we have William. We'll speak to them shortly later. See you in a while. Yes, so Hua Chin, good morning. Kok Hua, good morning. Sophie, good morning. Rizwan, good morning from PJ. Hi, good morning from Singapore. Dick Singh, good morning to you. Yes, Jeremy, Jennifer, good morning. Darshan, good morning to you. Christina, hey, Sean, good morning. Yeah, that's right. Hi, everybody. Hey, hi, everybody. Good morning. Woohoo! All right, good morning. This is Jensen. I'm currently in Singapore. I'm at home. Just like many of you there, you're in the MCO in Singapore. We are in a circuit breaker. So to all our friends who's joining us this morning, a very good morning to you, a good day to you. Now, I want to see some energy. So there are a few ways you can show us your energy. Let's try the very, very first way, okay? So everybody, you can click raise hands. You click raise hands to show us your energy and respond to the entire panel, including myself. Okay, when I say 1, 2, 3, click raise hands. 1, 2, 3, click, raise hands. Come on, raise hands, everybody. Yay! 200 of you raising hands now. Climbing up, the numbers going up. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Now, we also like you to leave messages in the chat board. Now, there is this thing called the Zoom webinar chat. In the Zoom webinar chat, you can leave comments, okay? But if you have a question, especially for the AIA team, for the panel this morning, or for myself, you can leave it in the Q&A. In Zoom webinar platform, there's a Q&A, and you can leave it there because that will be easier for us to zoom into your questions, okay? Now, and this morning, we are having a splendid, amazing program. So you will hear from me for about half an hour on this topic called You've Got It, how to change your career game and win the race of life. And after that, we will also have a chat and a dialogue with two former bankers turned life planners and agency leader. So we have Peter and we have William. And so later we have a chat with them, what made them leave the banking industry, what made them step into life insurance, and how's their life right now. So to all our guests, and I'm seeing all your chats in the room. Yes, Scott Ma, good morning. Yi Chong, good morning. LV, good morning. And Tan, Mr. Tan, good morning. So ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready to start, can I see your raised hands again? Click your hands. Raise your hands, please. Come on. All right. So here we go. You are going to see on the screen my slides for my chat this morning. Okay. Now, I understand that we are all at home. I understand that we are all trying to make things work. And this is probably also the time where you're rethinking your career direction, rethinking your career choice, and thinking, if COVID hit us now, yes, hit us. If something else hit us and post-COVID, what's going to happen to my business, my career, my job? And this is the reason why you are here. So my name is Jensen Siaw. I've been a motivational speaker for 15 years, close to 15 years now. I travel across the world and I've spoken and trained more than 250,000 live audience, okay? So my specialization is in breakthrough psychology, and I work with leaders, I work with entrepreneurs, I work with professionals, salespeople to help them have a breakthrough in their career, in their business, and in their performance. Today, this morning, I'm very happy to be here because we have hundreds of people in the room seeking a solution, seeking an avenue to change their career or embark on an amazing new journey. Now, what I do is in the life insurance industry, I have many friends because I've been very active for the past 9 years now in the life insurance industry, and I've spoken and trained many of the life planners, agents, advisors across Asia in this industry. I'm also known as the guy who has this thing called a breakthrough bootcamp, where we train and coach MDRT aspirants to become MDRT qualifiers, and they represent the top 3% of the advisors and agents across the world. And because of the work that I do, I'm often invited to radio stations and TV media. What you're seeing on the screen now are my radio appearances in Singapore radio, and you will also see that many of them are Chinese radio stations. Yes. So I was on a Chinese radio show for close to 2 years on a weekly basis, sharing about life breakthrough and how you can do better in your career. Okay, so that's a short snippet about me, but today it's not about me, it's about who? You. That's right. It's about you. Now, I want your response right now. We want to see how satisfied are you in your current career. So in a moment, I'm going to bring up the poll. I want you to ask yourself, 0 to 10. 10 being totally satisfied, 0 being not satisfied at all. Not this morning, right now, how satisfied are you in your current career? Okay, how satisfied are you in your current career? Okay, so now you can start polling. How satisfied are you in your current career? So all our attendees, okay, leaders is not for you, for attendees, for guests only, okay, for guests. Let us know how satisfied are you in your current career. 1 to 10. 10 being totally satisfied, 1 being not satisfied at all. Okay, come, let's take a look. Wow, okay. Yes. Okay, we have more and more people polling. Now we have close to 500 people in this webinar this morning, and we're now getting your poll and your indication of how satisfied are you in your current career. Okay, we'll give you a couple more seconds before we close the poll and show you the result. Okay, so if you measure your career satisfaction, some of you have been in a job for the longest time and you have not changed. Some of you are in a company that you feel that it's not helping you grow and you want to progress more. Some of you are not being nicely compensated for the amount of work you put in. Some of you are in an industry that is threatened by the pandemic and COVID. So how satisfied are you in your current career? Okay, let's take a look. I'll end the poll now. Here we go. Okay, I'll show you the results. Okay, here we go. Now we have majority of people in 5 and 6. So majority of you this morning, 18%, 18%. So you have 36% of you this morning. You're hovering between 5 and 6. That means you're in the mid-level satisfaction. So let me make a guess. When you go to work, you're not exceptionally excited. When you go to work, you're not exceptionally motivated. And there are some of you who is in 30% in the 7 and 8. Wow, we have 5% in 9 and 13% in 10. Let me guess, the 5% in 9 and 13% in guess must be our life planners and agency leaders. Okay, this is part 1 of the question. Let's go to part 2 of the question, okay? Let's go to part 2 of this question here. And the next question is, what is one thing that you need to change or you have to increase and need to have so that you can increase the score? So let's say, okay? So let's say if there was one thing that when you can change and when you have, you will increase your career satisfaction score. What is it? I'd like you to put it down in the chat. Okay, come put it down in the chat. Let's see. Let's see, put it down in the chat. Put it down in the chat. Okay, that's right. I'll put it down in the chat and we'll see what are your answers. So if there was one thing where that flexible working time. Okay, we see flexible working time. All right. What else? Good pay, rewards, recognition. What else? Flexible working from home, working time. More time with family, stronger mindset. Yes. So you want more freedom? You want more flexible working time. You want an attitude in doing things. You want courage and skills, opportunity to grow. You want financial freedom, flexible pay, high pay, good pay. Seems like everybody talking about pay, or many people. You notice that many of the things that we are writing on the chat. You see, is all about balance, about freedom, about choices, about pay, because more money gives you more choices, right? If you agree that more money gives you more choices, click raise hands. I want to see how many of you agree. More money give you more choices. More resources give you more choices. That's correct. Okay, so now I want to share with you two important things that you have right now. This topic is called You've Got It, how you can change the game of your career and win the race of your life. So I want to share with you this morning two resourceful keys that can help you. Two resourceful keys that you can tap into to get the breakthrough and accelerated growth in a career that you want. Okay, let's take a look at the very, very first one. The first one is called the desire to break free, because many of us feel like that. We feel we are being locked down and trapped. No, I'm not talking about MCO. I'm not talking about this conditional MCO. I'm not talking about this MCO that's going to end 9th June. No. What I'm talking about is many of us, we were already locked down from years ago. When you graduated from school, you had ideals and aspirations. You joined the workforce, you realize that you cannot change the world and cannot change your company, cannot change your boss, and then you realize you are trapped there. Many of you today, after years of working, you are in your late 20s or mid-30s or even early 40s, you realize that you have spent a good amount of your life and your youth in one place, one job, one workstation, but you're not getting to the life that you want, not getting to the happiness, the satisfaction, the meaningful level that you want. So you also feel locked down. Now, if you understand what I'm talking about and agree that most of our friends in our community are trapped in a job or trapped in a career that actually they don't like, but they are still there for a long time, I want to see you raise hands if you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so you feel that many people are being locked down, are being trapped in their lives and career. So what we want to do is we have this desire to break free. We want more things, more of the good things, more freedom. Now, but not everyone who wants things or who wants to improve his life, improve her career, improve the quality of things will get it. Why? Because there are two main psychology, okay, when you're looking at a career shift. One person is called a waiter and the other is called a creator. So I'm going to show you right here. Are you a waiter or are you a creator? Now, the waiter, we are not talking about the person who is waiting at the restaurant or the cafes, okay? We have not seen them for a long time because we are all eating at home. We are talking about people who are waiting for things to happen. Now, what do they wait for? They wait for salary to be credited in their bank account every month. They wait for bonuses. And you know that this year, next year, probably no one will have bonuses because of how the economy has hit. COVID has hit the economy so badly. Wait for increment. Now, if you have a job, very good already. We don't think about increment. Waiting for promotion is very difficult because your bosses are all going to hold on to their jobs as tightly as they can. There's no vacancies up there for you to be promoted. Waiting for lottery, yeah, maybe, okay? And waiting for the COVID to clear. And in case you're thinking that when COVID clears, things will return to normal, you know that it's not true because we are approaching this thing called a new normal. Now, if you don't want to be a waiter, there is a small segment of people in our entire community and the population who are creators. These are the people who dare to do something different. And these are the people who has invited you here today to take a look at this seminar. So let me share with you what is creator. Now, the creators, they create the income that they want. They don't believe that their outcome should be determined by their income. So what they want more money, more resources, more remuneration, they create it. They create income leaps. They don't believe that someone is going to restrict how much you grow, how much you get, how increment you have. They create massive value. They get into an industry that is thriving, and they create massive value for their clients and continue to thrive in their career, their business, their lives. They create career growth for themselves that they want. They do not want to retire at 65, 70 years old. They want to be financially free as early as 35, 45, sometimes 55 is fine, but they no longer need to work because of money. They want to create prosperity. Prosperity means a life of good fortune where you have passive income, you have choices, you have time, you have love, you have peace, you have harmony. And they create opportunities to happen. And this is one opportunity that has been created for you this morning. Question is, are you going to wait for or create your success? If you believe that waiting can help, then you probably know that's not going to be the way. But if you believe that it is time to create the career and life success that you want, I'd like you to see you raise your hands. If you want to create the career and life success that you want, I'd like to see you raise your hands. That's right. One of the ways to really create is to be active in your daily lives, including now. Click raise hands, share with us in the chat board, put the questions in the Q&A. Okay, so one of the things is you have a desire to break free. And I'd like to leave you this quote for this segment. Don't let your income decide your outcome. Decide on your outcome, then create your income. This is an important concept because 80 to 90% of our population, our friends, live their lives with their families and their loved ones based on the income that they are making. Would they like more? Yes. But what a small segment of the society and the community and the population that is living in, they decide on the outcome that they want and they go pursue the income that will support the outcome. So what is it that you want for yourself? What is it that you want for your family? What is the lifestyle and the security and the prosperity that you want to give to your loved ones, especially your children? Now, so if you have a desire to break free, and I'm assuming you have, because if you don't have, you won't be here. You have a desire to break free and therefore you are here. Now, there is this second thing. It's called a chance to choose. We all have a chance to choose. I'm not talking about the power to choose. Power to choose is an old concept. We talk about the chance to choose. And this morning, you have a chance to choose. When your friend invited you here, you have a chance to choose. Not everything in life we can choose again. Many of you chose a career in the past. Now you have a chance to choose again. Some things in life we cannot choose again. We choose a life partner, we get married, commit to the rest of our lives, okay? So for career, you can make another choice. Now, I'd like you to participate in this poll. I'm going to give you 3 types of vehicles on the screen, okay? And I'd like you to ask yourself, if today you're going to pick one of this vehicle to bring you to your destination of your life, which vehicle will you choose? So you have a goal, you have a destination you want to get to, and if you pick one of this vehicle, which vehicle will you pick? To the 500 over of you in the room, very good morning. Those of you just join us. Now we are doing a poll, okay? Which vehicle will you choose? Take a look. So we have 3 vehicles. We have the Camry, we have the Ferrari, and we have the train. We have the latest model of the Camry. We have a very beautiful red Ferrari there, and then we have a train right at the bottom. And of course, if you pick the Camry or the Ferrari, you got to drive. If you pick a train, you don't have to drive, okay? Yeah. Let's give our friends, a bit of time to see what are your choices. The Toyota Camry that signifies like a stable career job, stable corporate job, is like, it's secure, it is comfortable, it's not exciting, it's not fast, but it's okay. The Ferrari is like quick, loud, shout loudly, people can see you, you're living a fast life, an amazing exotic life. Then the train is, what does the train represent? I'll share with you in a short moment. Okay. Oh, we have a lot of people going for the Ferrari. I'm going to give it a few more moments for more people to vote. The Toyota Camry, the Ferrari, or the train. Pick your vehicle. Well, over 50% has picked the red car already. This is your chance to choose. Okay. Another 10 seconds. And then we round out the poll with over 300 people responding. So if you're given a choice to re-choose again now the vehicle that will take you to your life destination, which one will you choose? The Toyota Camry, the Ferrari, or the train? Yay. Okay, I'm going to end the poll now and we take a look at the answers. Okay, share the results. That's right, we have 50% of you picking the Ferrari. Now, why do you want to pick the Ferrari? Many of you pick the Ferrari for a simple reason. It is loud, it is fast, it is a symbol of amazing success in your life. And it is definitely, you know, when you drive a Ferrari, you sound loud, you look loud, and everyone will look at you. But let me give you another perspective. If you want to choose a vehicle as your career vehicle to bring you to your end destination, to bring you to your goal, to bring you to where you truly want to be, then the Ferrari might not be a good idea. Of course, the Camry is not a good idea. Camry is safe, secure, comfortable, but it's not fast, not going to get you there like an amazing speed. So the Ferrari still requires you to drive. So unless you're a very skillful driver, you know where you're heading, you know how to maneuver the road conditions. If not, you're still not going to get there. Agree so far? So what I suggest you do is, I like to say that we can pick the train. And I call this the train system. Now, how is the train different from the rest? The train travels on a track. And as long as the train remains on the track, it will always reach its destination. It will always reach its destination. So the train is like traveling on a proven track record, a proven path that will get you there no matter what, as long as you keep moving. So when you want to do a career switch, like now, when you want to re-choose your career, like now, then you got to ask yourself, which platform gives you the train system? So I'm going to go through the train system with you right now so that you can take a look and understand it totally, okay? So here we go. Now, first thing is, let's say you are decided you want to start a business and you want to go into sales or you want to go into business development. Now, you start a business, you must always think of a product to sell. If you have a great product, good. If you don't have a product, you have a service. So in this case, like a speaker like me, our company provides a service of motivational speakers and coaches. Now, if you don't have a product and don't have a service, then what do you sell? So what do you sell? You can put in the chat. If you don't have a product and don't have a service, so what do you sell? Some people say sell yourself. Okay, that's provided you are very sellable, okay? Now, the train is a bullet train and it travels very fast to the destination. And the train system, first item is the product, okay? So when you join a platform like AIA, what happened here is you already have a suite of products, a suite of proven products that have been taken up by the market and that caters to the audience out there who are looking for it. So you don't have to worry about product, don't have to worry whether the product is good, and even the marketing is taken care for you, okay? Now, the next thing, which is important thing is sales, how to sell. Some of you thinking that, well, you know, I'm not born a salesman, I'm not very articulate, I'm not very handsome or beautiful, I don't look very good. Can I really sell? So here, I want to ask you one important thing, okay? I want to ask you one important thing. I want to ask you about sales and selling, okay? I want to ask you about sales and selling. Now, on poll, on the screen, I'd like you to join us in the poll. Let us know which of the following are important to succeed as a life planner. Do you think that the person must be very articulate, must be very good looking, must be a people's person? I must be like, I'm able to talk to anybody, anytime, anywhere about anything. I must be outgoing. I must be fun. I must be loving. I must be able to relate to people, connect with anybody. I can walk to the other table at a restaurant and say hi. Do you have to be good looking? Do you have to be tall, dark, handsome, slim, slender, beautiful? Do you have to be given the gift of the gab? Do you need to speak so fluently that people be amazed by you and influenced by you? So let's take a look, huh? Let's take a look at the poll results in a short moment. Wow, we have a lot of people responding. Yes. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look. Over 16% says must be good looking. Over 25% says must be articulate as of now. Many people, wow, 63% says must be a people's person. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds or so, okay? Yeah, another 10 seconds or so. Which of the following are important to succeed as a life planner? All right, I'm going to end the poll now and take a look at the results. Here we go. I'll share with you the results. Now, many people say you must be a people's person. Okay, you must be articulate, you must be good looking. Wow, you need to be articulate and good looking. Now, I shared with you earlier that I've spent 9 years in the life insurance industry training, coaching, and motivating. And across Asia, we travel and I meet many of the top producers. I met many of the top producers in AIA, Malaysia as well. And when I meet all these top producers, I like to see what's common in them. What's common in them? So are they all people's person? Are they all good looking? Now, do you think that all the successful life planners or insurance agents are tall, dark, handsome, and slim, slender, beautiful? No, they are not. You don't believe? You look at the person who invited you here. Okay, I'm just kidding. They are an exception. Yeah, all our hosts today, all our leaders today are good looking. Okay, but what I'm saying here is your looks is not going to guarantee you that you will do amazing sales. It's not about that. So it's not about good looking, because I've met people who make $250,000, $500,000 a year, but they still look like the teacher, look like the scientist, look like the engineer, look like the accountant. They are in no way looking like a life planner or insurance consultant or agent. Now, you must be articulate. I've seen people who do very well, but they present in another language better than they present in English. They are not fluent and articulate, but they have real, authentic, passionate, and they have a heart to serve. So that works as well. Must be a people's person. I don't know how many people I've met who are producers in this industry. They were not people's person. They were introverts. And they are still today, some of them still introvert. But because of the work that they do, they start to connect with more people and they get comfortable being with people. The leaders and our hosts today, our friends today, if you were an introvert and then this career and this job made you very comfortable with people, turn you into a people's person, can I see you raise your hands? Okay. And the last one says must have skills and experience. Now, then what if you don't have the skills and experience? What if you don't have the skills and experience? The good thing is skills can learn. Experience can accumulate. And in case you say, I don't know what skills I lack, I don't know where to learn, the good thing is on this platform, the AIA Elite Academy, they have a system of training programs and guidelines to help you and turn you into a good producer, into a productive life planner. And this is a question you will ask your friend later. After our seminar today, go to your friend, ask him, what is the AIA Elite Academy training program and system like for me that will help me to succeed? Now, now you know that to succeed as a life planner, you do not need any of the special qualities. You only need a desire, you need a willingness to be able to do, and the rest can be taught. Now, what other things in a train system? In a train system, we also have the infrastructure. The infrastructure means how do you run your business? If today you start a business, you got to deal with hiring people, payroll, got to deal with administration, deal with marketing, deal with product development, deal with sales, etc. But today, you join the platform that AIA Elite Academy is providing you here. All you need to do is focus on your business development and your sales. The rest of marketing of product, we have the marketing department to take care. The IT department takes care of what is on your tablet, the iPad that you can close cases with your clients with. We have the management, we have the administration, we have the trainers, people at Elite Academy that is there to support you. So the entire infrastructure is built already. Now, to start a business, you also need to think of a very important thing, and that is, now, how to build your business. How to build your business. You join AIA today as a life planner, and you are a one-man person under a team. But building a business means you don't remain as a one-man person. Means you can build your team over the time. And this platform allows you to build your team that belongs to you, recruit your friends, recruit the people that you feel are great, can do the job, want to succeed like you, join you, and then you grow together. And that is the platform. So in a train system, we have proven products. We have a system to train you how to do your business development and sales well. We have the infrastructure to support all the life planners out there doing their business and job. And we also have the platform for the life planners to grow in their business and grow in their teams. Now, you will also see that some businesses out there have. That means, for example, I give you a cool example, all right? over 20 years ago, I was in the United States. I was doing some form of studies. And before I went there, my friends who were there told me that there's this very nice donut called Krispy Kreme. Heard of Krispy Kreme? I'm sure. So when I went there, they say that, Jensen, when you go there, you just go and taste Krispy Kreme. It is like heaven on earth. That's how they describe it. And 20 years ago in Singapore, there weren't a lot of nice donuts, okay? So when I went there, and they told me, no, the logo is in green. But when you drive past and then you see it lit in red, you walk inside, they will give you a fresh Krispy Kreme donut, free of charge. So one night we were driving past and then we saw that green logo turn to red, bing! And being a very, very young guy then, I went in, we drove in, we stopped our car, we drove there, went inside, okay? And then we got a donut. When I got the fresh donut, I put it in my mouth and it literally melted in that instant. And I totally understood what they meant by heaven on earth. Now then, the entrepreneur enterprising part in me came up and say, what if I could bring these donuts to Singapore? That was over 20 years ago. So I went back, did my research, and I found how much it costs to bring Krispy Kreme to one Singapore country. 20 years ago, 5 million US dollars. 5 million US dollars. Do they have products? Great, amazing products. You don't even need to learn how to sell because the brand is going to sell by its own. They have an infrastructure like a franchise to teach you how to run the business, and you can build your business just with the brand. But the thing is, what is the cost of entry? Then I didn't have 5 million US dollars. And even if I had 5 million US dollars, then I probably won't invest. How many donuts do I have to sell to earn back the 5 million US dollars, my friends? It's going to take a long, long time. So the question is, then what are the platforms that has a guaranteed train system like that, helps you to succeed, but takes very, very little cost? So let's take a look. Now, making the decision this morning and today requires a few things, of course. Requires you to have a desire to break free, requires you to have a desire to improve and better yourself, requires you to want to provide a better life for yourself and your family, want to change how you live your life and your career. But there must be a few questions in your mind. So I'm going to answer 3 questions in most people's mind now. First question, is this the right time to change? We are in a pandemic situation, worldwide is affected, people are holding on to their jobs, they're afraid of being retrenched. Is this the right time to change, Jensen? If you have this question in your mind, can you raise your hands? Click raise hands. If you have this question in your mind, can you click raise hands? Yeah, we are seeing a lot of hands being raised. Is this the right time to change? My friend, I tell you, it is not the right time to change, but it is the time you must change. And I'm not saying they're just plucking out from the sky. I'm going to give you statistics and report in a short moment. This is not the right time. There won't be a better time, but this is the time you must. And let me show you how and why. The first thing is, so this is the time you must change, because never in the past 100 years, this is the time we are facing the biggest crisis. So over the past 100 years, this is the biggest crisis. Now, KPMG, in last month, they released a report. They released a research paper that says the post-COVID-19 business landscape. So if you look at the bottom, it says post-MCO reset, KPMG management, okay? So this graphic is from the start. Now, they talk about how the businesses will transform, will move, and will shift. What I'd like you to take a look here is the 3 pillars that will support a company to continue to grow. One is the financial pillar. They must have a lot of cash. The other one is operational. Their operations must be able to withstand shocks like COVID. The next one is technology and data. So if they rely on conventional methods, they're going to be out of business. Now, this report also talks about the various industry and how they are hit. And the report was summarized, the industry report was summarized in this. Wow! Hey, there's a lot here today, Jensen. Come on, I cannot digest all this. So let me bring you to 2 important things. First one, let's look at the industries that is getting a hard reset. They are hit bad, they are now down, they are weak on their cash, they are borrowing money from everybody, and some of them are already collapsing and closing or have closed already. Let's look at them. We have the airlines, that one you know. If you are someone who is passionate in investing and you've been following Warren Buffett, and Warren Buffett recently sold all his shares, even at a loss of millions and billions of dollars, all his shares in the 4 airliners in the United States. The brick and mortar retail business, these people, who is going to buy from them now? the higher education, many of the private education providers in the world, even in the institutional ones, because of lack of travel, overseas students cannot come in, they're all suffering. The energy platform, especially hospitality, hotels, restaurants, entertainment venues. If you know our friends who run events company, what events can they do now? Nothing. You know, people who are freelancers, provide services to events, what can they do now? Nothing. You know, look at restaurants, what can they do now? Yes, only delivery. Look at the hotels, what can they do now? They are in Singapore, our hotels are housing those who have contracted COVID or they are being quarantined. So if you are in one of these industries here, my friend, it is the time you must change. It is not the right time, but it is the time you must change because your industries are going down. Okay, let's take a look where insurance stand. Okay, now insurance stand over here. And according to KPMG, this report, it says transform to re-emerge. And these people will recover along a protracted path requiring reserves of capital and transforming operating models. In short, can you transform fast enough for you to continue to stay in the business? So remember early on, there were three pillars. One is financial. So AIA has a very strong financial standing. Okay. The other one is operational. The entire framework and structure infrastructure is in place. Lastly is technology and data. Now, later ask your friend, how are they doing their business? Now that COVID has hit, they cannot meet face-to-face. Are they still selling? Yes, they are. They are selling on technology platforms. And when they meet the customer, in the past, they don't use pen and paper. They use an iPad. So AIA is one of the leader of technological transformation in Malaysia for insurance. So they have the platforms for you to do your business. And even in COVID hits now, they are still able to do your business non-face-to-face manner. And of course, for ourselves in the coaching, speaking, and training field, we are under professional services. We have transformed online, and now I'm speaking to over 500, 600 of you here, okay? So, my friends, this is not the right time, but it's the time you must change. Because when you change now, then you can guarantee that the next time something like that hit us, you're not at the mercy of it. Because you will have your passive income as a life planner because of the renewals. You will have the business. You will have the existing clientele base that you continue to serve and continue to enlarge your market share. All right. Next question. Do people still buy insurance now? I want to not go into a lot of theory now, but give you the quick of it. That is, when was the last time the world was hit by another similar pandemic? Not as serious. You probably remember 2003 SARS. If you recall 2003 SARS, click raise hands. You recall 2003 SARS, click raise hands. Yes, okay. SARS was around just for about 3 to 4 months, but now COVID is here for a long time. What you might not know was in Malaysia, let's just talk about Malaysia. After 2003 SARS, the insurance market grew by 35%. So normally when there's health situation, there is a disease, there's a pandemic, people are more cautious, not about their money. They're more concerned about their health. They want to ensure that they are fully insured, well taken care if anything happens. So that becomes a concern. And speak to your friend. It is becoming increasingly easy to go to your friends or speak to your current clients to upgrade their protection, to fill in their gaps of financial planning. So there is totally a growth there. One more question. That is, are insurance agents here to stay? Now, Jensen, we have technology, we have AI, we have direct channels people can buy online. Do they still need agents? To all our friends here, guess this morning, let me ask you a question. When your laptop, when your device spoils or something at home spoils, or when your credit card has been overcharged, you call the bank, you call that provider. Would you like an answering machine and a robot that puts you through choosing all the options? And 5 minutes later, you cannot even speak to a person? Or would you like someone to pick up the call and answer you, a human that will give you the answer straight away? In the middle of the night when something happened, you want to call one number and reach a human. You don't want to call one number and reach an answering machine, choose all your options before you say, where is the person helping me? So to all our friends who is on the show now, on our program now, on the webinar now, if you prefer that to dial a number and speak to a human, can you click raise hands? You prefer to dial a number, speak to a human, can you click raise hands? Now, even for something like credit card, your handphone spoil, or something minor, you want to dial a number and speak to a human. Now, what about something about life, something about critical illness, something about your financial legacy? All this, do you think that most people are going to leave their financial planning, their life planning, their security of the future in the hands of a robot? No, we still want the human. And more importantly, technology is here to empower the life planners, empower you to do your job even better, faster, easier, quicker. So technology is here to help. That's why we show this picture. The robot is here to work with you so that you can do your business even better. Okay? So 3 questions. We've answered them. We'll take a look at the questions on the chat board. So to all our friends who is on the show, if you are with me and you are totally understanding what you're talking about, can you click raise hands and show us that you are here with us? Yay! Okay. Now for the next 25 minutes, 30 minutes or so, I'd like to bring to the show 2 of our friends from AIA. We have Peter, who was a banker for 6 years and switched to life insurance. He's from Sarawak. And we also have William, who was a banker for 19 years. And he switched to life insurance at the age of 42 years old. And he's from Malacca. Ladies and gentlemen, can you give a big hand to, in your eyes, in your mind and in your hands, literally in your hands. So Peter and William, yeah. I'm going to bring them onto the screen now. Okay, Peter and William. Peter and William, have you waiting for a while? Okay. So now let me do a quick introduction once again for Peter and William. As you can see, William is young, Peter is younger. Right now, William?
Yeah.
William is young, Peter is younger. So William spent 19 years as a banker before he switched to insurance at the age of 42 years old. And Peter spent 6 years and he decided, no, I got to make the switch now. All right, so Peter, say hi to everybody.
Hi.
Morning.
Hi, morning.
Yes, William too. Okay, now this is the speaker's view. So whoever is speaking, you will see his face coming up. Since we are now seeing William's face. Okay, let's start with William first. Now, to the 2 of you, all of us at one point of our life, we feel not happy, not satisfied. Then we want change. So we want to change our career. So I'd like to understand, William and Peter, what is the turning point? What is the turning point that make you decide to switch your career? What is the turning point that make you decide to switch your career? Yeah, some people say cannot see William. Let me put him on the screen. Okay, William first, come. What is the turning point that made you decide to switch?
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. So I'm so glad to be here this morning. Okay, what is my turning point after being a banker for so many years, or to be exact, 19 years? Okay, being a banker, that was my initial dream to be a bank manager. So after 19 years, I achieved my dream. I became a manager in a banking group. Okay, then what made me change? I had job satisfaction in banking. I enjoyed promotions after promotions. But one thing that's lacking that made me change is because of the income. I know that in banking or any fixed employment, if I retire, my income retires, then my income stops. So I'm looking for income for so-called long-term income or called passive income. So this is the income that made me change. I want to be a businessman. I want to earn so-called passive income for long term. So this is the one point that triggered me to think of changing. Okay. Number 2, what made me change is also on the so-called time. I got I can manage my time. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so William, what I also want to understand is, after 19 years, you were happy in the job, you got promotion, you became a manager. Did you think of leaving the bank? Then you look out for opportunities, or did you look out for opportunities first, found insurance, then you decide, okay, now it's time to leave the bank?
Oh yeah, during this long time in the banking, so actually I also feel tired of the job Then because I saw there's no income growth as per my expectation. Someone approached me. My present the district manager approached me. That makes me think of going into insurance.
I see. So he gave you a chance to choose again. He gave you a chance to choose again some years ago, and you re-chose a chance. Okay, Peter. Right. Let's come to Peter now. Okay, Peter, I'm going to put you on the spotlight. Now, Peter, you're on the screen right now. Peter, tell us. You spent 6 years. So William spent 19 years. After 6 years, you say enough. So what was the turning point that made you, a young guy, switch from a renowned and amazing banker job to life insurance?
I think for me, it's like for my banking job, the first banking job is like this is actually the job employment whereby actually our parents proud of it. So when I first graduated at 2011, this is the first job actually we come through because parents are encouraging us to become a banker because by that time, banker is still one of the job like lots of relatives actually be proud of. Your parents will be so glad to tell them. And then after the 5 or 6 years, you know, start up like my salary, my bonus, my increment, and then my promotion is not up to our expectation. Having our KPI, some for like you keep those KPI, but you still get not up to the expectation for your salary increment and promotion. So by that time, I started to ask myself 1 or 2 questions. What will you be after 5 years? If you still stay at the same banking line as a banker? And then the second question, what would you be after like 5 years if you quit now? So I started to challenge myself after that, asking myself the second question. So would I be better off after like I quit here? Or what else would I be like after 5 years if you quit here? So I challenged myself. So I started to looking something else, opportunity outside rather than corporate line, banking line, up to my expectations at that time.
Okay, so it sounds similar. That means William and Peter both, it will come to a point where you feel that you're not compensated enough, your remuneration is not exciting. And let's ask all the audience now. Audience, our guests, if you feel that you are also not fairly or sufficiently compensated now, 就是你赚的不够, okay? Can you click raise hands? If you feel that you need more income, you want more income, click raise hands. We'll see. Yes, we'll see. Wow. Okay, people raising hands now. People raising hands. Wow. Everyone come to a point where, no, for what we are doing, we need to do better, right? Okay, so that's a question by Ganesh. Why choose insurance and not other businesses or other financial business? Why choose insurance and not other businesses or financial business? Maybe we let Peter take the question first. Peter, so when you want to leave, why life insurance and not other things?
Okay, by the time when I want looking for alternatives, actually I'm looking to grow some of my own business or else maybe some of the other industry. But at the time, when it around 26, 27, our option actually is not that much because we have to spend a lot of time and also a pool of money, of fund to do our business. So the alternative is quite limited. So by the time when I have looking for alternatives, actually my leader came from me, okay, telling us like the future career progression is actually so transparent until you cannot like say like, oh, this is some hanky-panky things. So I see a lot of leaders actually in the insurance industry, actually they're going well. So by using the same effort, I think I should be okay. That's why. And then the most important thing when you start up with an insurance industry, you know, the cost is only like 1,499 because I bought an iPad and started straight away.
Yeah.
So much like affordable for all of us.
Okay, so the train came along. The train came along and someone asked, Peter, would you like to hop onto the train? This train travels on a secure track with a proven system that's going to get you to the destination. And you see people on the track, they are enjoying life and doing great. And you say, okay, I'm going to hop onto the train. And since the cost of hopping onto the train is only 1,499 ringgit to buy an iPad. Okay, now that was Peter sharing with you. Now let's look at William. Okay, William. So why insurance?
As for me, I always want to be an entrepreneur. I talk about passive income. So I know in any sales for long-term income, I need to be in business. So do you know that in insurance, if I secure any case, I enjoy 72 months of commission. Compared to other things, you know, other things where okay, I sell a handful, I take one-time commission. So this insurance is different. So you talk about passive income. Then, as Peter said, this is a minimum entry cost, basically the no cost.
Yeah,
okay?
right.
During my time, we don't use iPad, so that basically zero cost, you know. So somehow I don't have to keep stock. I need to buy stock. I don't have to keep what to sell. You know. So basically, I just set a concept to my prospect. Hey, example, it's an income protector. I talk about income replacement. So basically, insurance brings me into business. That the business income will not retire.
Okay, so you were looking for a business platform that was very easy to enter and yet gives you a long-term sustainability in terms of income, passive and active.
Yeah.
And you found that insurance is the one, okay? So now, William, how has your life changed from being a banker? Last time you were a banker. After you became a life planner, how has your life changed?
So between lifestyle-wise, two very important things. Of course, so number one, I saw income change.
Okay, definitely.
Income grew, okay, and at least minimum 3 to 5 times compared to my previous one as of today.
Okay. What you mentioned is minimum 3 to 5 times. That means after you change job, you become a life planner, you earn 3 to 500% more than you used in the past. Okay. Yeah, next thing.
As of today, okay.
Yep.
So, okay, number two is the time. Time, this is the most important because I can manage my own time. I don't have to report to office. No, I don't have to say, boss, I've got emergency, I need to take emergency leave. I don't have to do that. I'm able to manage my time according to my schedule. Of course, time flexibility is there, but we cannot misuse it. Okay, so basically, time is very, very important essence. You know, my feeling at the moment I tendered my resignation with the bank, I felt total relief, you know, the kind of feeling which I cannot express. I feel totally got no pressure on top of my head. So when this is how I feel, being so many years under employment, under something on my shoulder all the times, you know. So the moment I let go, then I see my life change in terms of time and income.
That is what we mean by freedom, the sense of freedom. And when you left your job as a banker, I assume you already had a family, you were married, you had children?
Yeah. At the time I have 3 children, and my wife was still a full-time housewife.
Okay, so your wife was a CEO at home, and you had 3 children, and you left the bank because you knew that the life insurance platform would give you that career and the lifestyle that you want. Okay, thank you, William. I'll come back to you shortly. Now, Peter, you were 26, 27 years old when you made the switch. And of course, I guess at the time you didn't have wife, didn't have kids. Okay, you were single and swinging bachelor. Now, so how was your life different from a banker to a life planner?
Just like William mentioned just now, we no longer tied to any corporate life. Just like you need to come to the office like 8 a.m. and then go back like 5. You don't need to be so happy like after around 4:30, rush to go back home. No stuck in the traffic jam. So we enjoy our life. So because we manage our time by our own. But the most important thing is like you really have to manage your own time management for your customers, your friends and family. Okay. So another thing will be like we truly independent and responsible of our career, because just like you under employment, your superior kind of told you like, hey, you have to perform for this quarter, you have to perform by this how much, okay, your KPI how much. But after switching from a banker to the life planner, actually you have to be independent. Like this is changes in your life. Like you're gonna be serious and responsible. Nobody can tell you how much you're gonna do because your income and then your career is in your head. Okay? If you don't do it, nobody will like push you behind. Okay, so you have to bet yourself in your mind like, oh, this is something for future. The income is for now, so you have to do it no matter how. So you're gonna be disciplined over your time, and then you have to schedule your appointment. Okay, so I think the only different, the only similarity, I mean, over the banking and in a life planner is like you still have to continue to do schedule appointment to meet the customers, and then find the best time to make your appointment, because customer normally have the best time for you to call them. I think this is a life changes, but by far I feel so the freedom to manage my time by my own. This is a great thing about life planner over after joining AIA.
Totally, yes. So one word summarizes the important benefits of all: the freedom to lead your life, the freedom to run your business, the freedom to be responsible for your income, and the freedom to earn as much as you want. Okay, the freedom for all the resources. Now, and when both of you joined some years ago, and now today you are successful as a life planner. William is an agency leader, and you support your life planners to do business. Now, Peter, this is a relatively challenging year because the pandemic came, COVID came, and disrupted all businesses. So, Peter, would you share with us some insights into how did the pandemic, did COVID affect your business, and how are you adapting to it?
I think COVID-19 is one of the situations that affect globally, not only me. Everybody affected, even more the sum of the SME. So, I mean, there is always a changes in how we deal with the customers, how we deal with the learning process, how we deal with the sales process. But we just have to keep on adapting to the new process and then keep our customer updated, because lots of customers now are very anxiety, having the kind of anxieties and then curiosities, how their policy actually affect them, and then how they're gonna do it. So our job is like continue to give advice, even through social medias, not meeting physically, but pass on the message to the customers. Okay, and then we have a lot of technology for AIA as a life planners, where we can submit the cases through non-face-to-face, not meeting customers. And then also we just launched like a remote signature, whereby we're not meeting customer physically, but then we are able to do sales online. So this is some of the technology, also the platform that gave us the flexibility over the COVID-19, over the pandemic situation, how we're gonna thrive through the pandemic situation.
So you're saying that the technology platforms and AIA is supporting the life planners in still continuing to run their business, non-face-to-face, and don't even have to meet in person to sign. So business as usual.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Peter. We'll come back to you shortly. William, as an agency leader, I'm sure the business also affected. But how are you as an agency leader helping your life planners to adapt, and how's the company supporting this?
Okay. Actually, no one is spared, or other say no industry is spared from this pandemic. So basically, everybody also face it. So as for my side, the moment Malaysian government announced the lockdown on the 18th of March. Okay, basically, for the first week, everybody panicked. So my job as an agency leader, I need to do, I need to control the panic situation of my agent. They tell me, boss, how do I do sales now? I cannot see people. Or everybody, all the businesses are closed. Then people got no money. So I told them one thing, look, businesses are closed, no doubt, this is true. But do you know that there are many people still, those unemployment, they're still receiving their salaries. Okay, so basically there's still money circulating in the market.
Yeah. So
my job was, I actually tuned the mindset of my agent. My team said, look, the market is there. So we cannot say no at this juncture. What you need to do is to know that your mindset. So my job, I spent a lot of time for the first 2 weeks to tune the mindset of my people. So but thank God after that, my team saw the mindset, because number one, I told them AIA is a leader in the technological transformation.
Yes.
We started with iPad, we started all the digitalization. Then with the support in AIA, even though in this pandemic, we are still able to sell on non-face-to-face method. We are still able to share concepts to our prospect. People still buy. And this is the time when it comes to pandemic, when it comes to this crisis, medical insurance is most important to the people. So talk to your prospect on the medical insurance. So you can see after this encouragement, say from the lockdown in the March 18 to today, my team, they managed to close more than 70 policies,
Wow.
70 families. Even though in this situation, we see not possible, but when the mindset changes,
yes,
when the mindset begin to accept it, then we see the result.
Totally about mindset, yes. So 70 families put their futures of health and life in the hands of you and your team. So that was William sharing with you how he, as a leader, motivated his people, and how AIA continues to support the life planners even in a pandemic like that to do non-face-to-face selling. Now, to all our friends in the room, we'd like to encourage you, if you have questions for William or Peter, leave it in the Q&A, because they are our two panelists this morning who in the past were former bankers and today they are successful life planners and agency leader. And they're here to share with you their insights to how you can make the shift and change as easily as them and also thrive in your life and in your career. So you can go to the chat or go to the Q&A and leave us a question there. And you can also, of course, leave some comments that you have in the chat board. Many of you are considering, so if you have questions, put it there. And I know many of you are considering the shift and the change. So William, you are agency leader here and you left a 19-year successful corporate banking career, switched to an independent business owner with AIA. So the question is, for those who are thinking whether should make the switch, how to make the switch, as someone who has made the switch, what do you have to say to them?
Okay, to make change, change is actually not an easy decision. Okay, you have to leave your present job, then start something new. Okay, so of course, when it comes to change, there's always a risk factor. So the risk is always there. You cannot take it away. You just only mitigate the risk. So for you, my advice is, if you consider of a change, look into this factor that you need to take a bold step, the bold step into change. If you don't make a bold step, you'll still remain the same. So second question you got to think about it is ask yourself, if today I will still stay in my present company. So for the next 3 years, can I achieve my dream income in this company? Okay, number two, then if you think that in 3 years, for my present company, I'm able to meet what I dream to have, then you can consider the change now. Especially for those who are in the industry which is mentioned by Jensen just now, badly affected. So I will encourage. So my point is, this is a business. So the change is the bold step that you need to take.
Yes, change is the bold step you need to take, and ask yourself one important question. In 3 to 5 years, can your current job give you the income that you have always desired? And for most of the platforms out there, no. Then change is to be made now, today, and for yourself. It is a time you must change. Okay, William, thank you very much. Come back to you shortly. Now we'd like to speak to Peter. Peter, to our friends out there who are in their mid-20s, early 20s to late 20s, they were like you, they are in a job, they are like you were, they're in a job, and they're now thinking of making the switch. Someone who has done that, like yourself, what would you tell them?
I think for life insurance industry is one of the industry that will never cease to exist, even during the pandemic situation right now. Even the COVID-19, our insurance company come out lots of the technology. So it will never cease to exist. It just unlike those industry like entertainment industry, hotel line, they will receive the pay cut or maybe sack off terminations after the COVID-19 is done. So we as a life planner, we don't have that kind of anxiety. So we may come in right now or even later, but my urge now is the life insurance industry is so well grown as of now. So you don't miss the chance. You don't want yourself to miss the chance to make. Okay, and then I think one of the term like Jensen mentioned earlier on is like the creator and the waiter. Instead of being a waiter, okay, to wait for your salary, to wait for your bonus, to wait for your increment. I like the words like the creator. We create our own path. We create our own career. We create our own income. So it's one of the thing like I think youngsters should do instead of working and staying in the comfort zone, rest in the shady area, because you don't be bold enough to take one more step further. Even though you know that the industry is good enough, you can earn the income, you have the freedom to manage your time.
Yeah.
So just identify your own dreams, whatever it be. Like you want to earn as much income you want. So catch your dream when you are young and available. Don't wait the time to pass, and then after 5 years, 7, 6 years, you see the life planner is doing well. Why not? I'm not joining them at the time.
Yes.
So, this is what my personal thinking. Like when the time I joined AIA, my personal mindset, I told myself not to regret anything that not happen. not why not I joining them like
Wow.
6 years ago.
Okay, so what Peter is saying is that, yeah, you can join now, you can join later, but more importantly is you join now and create a success that you want so that 3, 5 years, 10 years down the road, you don't have to look back and say, oh, I've not done it. Or if we are hit by another global crisis, you don't have to be worrying and be a victim of whatever that has happened that will affect your livelihood or your income. Now, we have a few questions in the chat room. So we have a question from James. It asks, how long does it take to build a stable income? For example, 10,000 a month. Okay, that is one question. Then another question from Jing Wen, who says that I'm a wedding photographer. Okay, and insurance and sales is totally new. What advice would the panel share with me to start in the insurance industry? Okay, maybe I start off a little bit here first. So before William and Peter come in. Now, to those of you who are not who is fresh to insurance and fresh to sales, so like we said earlier, there is the AIA Elite Academy. There's a suite of training programs and pathways to empower and enable you to do what you need to do and to succeed in this, okay? Now, Peter, would you like to share some insights? Let's say someone who's totally new to sales, new to insurance, what can they do to succeed?
I think, just like I mentioned, the discipline. I think because we're no longer under an employment, so the discipline is a must. Okay, but when after you join the AIA, we actually have an AIA scheme, AIA Elite.
AEA scheme, AIA Elite Academy. Yes.
Actually, the scheme is providing training and then career progression guideline, and then all actually transparent to you, and then it's actually the platform for all of us to progress in as a life planner in AIA. So with this kind of platform, we can easily move ourselves. Like after 2 years, you can easily have a mindset and then the career direction, how we're gonna progress. It's a very good, I think the platform, a very good platform for us.
So it's like the train system we talk about. This is the AEA train system, AIA Elite Academy. You hop onto the train. There is the platform, there's the training, there's the incentives, there's a suite of things that can bring you to your destination. Peter, how long does it take to earn a stable income of $10,000? We have a question here.
Actually, I have a stable income like 10,000 over my second year.
Okay, so in your second year, you already have a stable income of 10,000, and not only stable, you still have renewals, you still have passive income. So lots of good remuneration in this career. Thank you, Peter. William, we'd like you to support on this or chip in on this. That is, some of your life planners join you, they have no knowledge about insurance or they're new to sales. How can they succeed, and how does AIA Elite Academy help them to succeed in their sales?
Okay, we want to thank AIA for the Elite Academy. This is the program that actually help a lot on the agency leader side. But this program, I tell my agent or my prospecting agent, this AIA doesn't guarantee you success in your income. But success comes both hands. You got to do your part, then AIA will do our part, then they'll make a success. Okay, so I tell them is AIA, we have a proven success system called AIA Elite Academy. Then this system, we are given fixed allowances, fixed money allowance when you meet the minimum requirements. So this is such a wonderful program. AIA invested so much money in this program. So we have to make use of it. People say take it while it is available. The opportunity may not come the second time. Okay, so this academy actually is a very program that lead us, that give us coaching, give us training, even involve some field work as well. So basically, this academy that make us success, that help the agent to be successful.
Okay, so the AIA Elite Academy system and platform help the agent to be successful. William, your agency leader, how does AIA Elite Academy also support you in your recruitment? Because some of our friends who's going to join us today, in 1 to 2 years, they will start wanting to become a leader. So how does AEA support recruitment?
Okay, for the new joiner, maybe one of your concern is how do I make my money commitments? Insurance, you pay based on commission. But today, no. Today, AIA, when you come in, you are committed to the program. But this is AIA Elite Academy. It is an academy. So you are going to this academy. Then you have we got this fixed allowance for you to meet your commitments. So if this part of the commitment can be settled, then you're going to do your part by focusing, by discipline. Then you'll be able to see long-term your commission will rise and your income will rise accordingly.
Okay, thanks, William. That also answers the question by one of our guests this morning who was asking what was the backup financial plan you had made for your family prior to changing from banking to an insurance advisor or agent. Yeah, so the AIA Elite Academy platform has also this compensation for you to support you as you grow as an agent and as an advisor. Now, to all our friends this morning, you have some of your questions, and some of our questions would best be left to your discussion with your friend who invited you here. Because the friend who invited you here to the webinar, to this webinar, they are a leader themselves. They are beneficiaries of AIA Elite Academy. They have succeeded in this platform and in this career. So they have a lot of insights and wisdom to share with you, and please speak to them. So before I close off today, I like everyone to give a round of applause and thanks to Peter and William for sharing their insights and wisdom. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, William. Can you raise your hands to say thanks to them? Yay. So they have made their decision and their choices some years ago, leaving banking, leaving the job that they had in the corporate sector to become a life planner with AIA. Now, what about you? So in closing, I'd like to share with you a picture here, okay? A picture here. Now, let's take a look at this picture here, okay? Let's take a look at this picture here. Now, my friends, what stops us from pursuing our dream life of freedom? What stops us from pursuing our dream life of freedom? Now, if you look at this picture, there is a rat. It's looking at the cheese that represents what we have or what we want. He's looking at the cheese that says, this is what I want. And he's afraid, therefore he wears a helmet, and that is like our current job, current security. Then there is a mousetrap there that talks about the risk that you need to take when you embark on something. So I like to use this analogy to talk about 3 kinds of mindset that you might have now. The first kind of rat mindset is he goes to the cheese and say, wow, nice cheese. Whatever Jensen say makes sense. William say good. Peter made the right choice. I'm going to make the same choice as Peter. So you are what we call a informed risk-taker rat. You now are ready to jump onto the piece of cheese, grab the cheese that you want, and deal with the challenges, the problems, the things along the way. You will learn the skills, you will get the solutions, and you will find your success. Many of you are now like, I'm ready to join, I'm ready to go. Some of you could be what we call the analyzer rat. You heard our sharing, you heard our points, and you say, those all of you make sense. Then you analyze the advantages, the disadvantages. You analyze the pros and the cons. You analyze the costs and the benefits. And after analyzing, you might be thinking, is this the time? And like I say, there's not a right time, but it is the time that you must change. And lastly, some of our friends, minority, are what we call the talker rat. You say you want to change. You tell the world you want to shift. But now the opportunity comes. So later your friend asks you, now, would you like to take the opportunity and re-choose your career again? Then you might say, it's not the time. When is the time? When the time is right, I will tell you. So I'm sure that many of us, we are in the risk-taker and the analyzer mindset. Now, we cannot remove the mousetrap, my friends. We cannot. If you are thinking and worrying about the risk, you are only normal. But we cannot remove the mousetrap because that is a fact. What AIA can do, what your friend can do who invited you here, what the leaders can do, the entire AIA infrastructure can do is to hold on to the mousetrap. But what you need to do is to say, I'm interested, I want to find out more, and take that step forward to reach for your cheese. Okay? So we're coming to the end of our sharing. Now, I'd like you to, right after this session, speak to your friend who invited you to find out more. Ask them 3 things. Number 1, ask them about AIA Elite Academy training system, platform, compensation, remuneration. Okay? Next, how does AIA support your business? How does the Elite Academy support you to succeed as a life planner? You heard William and Peter shared some earlier. Go and speak to your friend. And let your friend share with you how they embark on this proven accelerated success path and how that can work for you as well. Okay, so it's been a very, very beautiful Saturday morning to all our guests, all our leaders, all our friends this morning. If you had a very fruitful morning, can I see your hands raised now? Come on. Yay! Yes. So this is Jensen from Singapore. I'm so happy to be with you today and sharing with you all the insights and nuggets of wisdom for you to make the switch, make the career shift so that you can enjoy a beautiful, brilliant life and career ahead. Now, this is the time to change your career game so that you can win the race of life. Okay? So if you have any questions, you can post it to your friend, post it to the AIA team who is in the panelists on the chat room. Now, and you'd like to stay in touch, these are my social media handles. So on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, that goes by Jensen Siaw. So I'm going to put now my face big on the screen to see you. I'll stop the sharing. And we are going to come to the end of this event very, very soon. Okay, yes. Now I'm going to show all the panelists as well. Now you see, of course, William, you see Peter. Okay, so to all our friends, thank you very much. To all the leaders, thank you so much. Thank you especially to William and Peter for being here with us. So keep the conversation going. Now is the time to speak to the friend who invited you here. Our leaders, our life planners, please reach out to your guests this morning and speak to them right after this session. Till we see you again, stay at home, stay safe, stay happy, and make the choice today. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.